Welcome to my page. I look horrendous today, but I am finally alone, so there will be no interruptions while I make this video. I'm going to try to keep it as short and sweet as possible. And yes, I will make mistakes. Okay, so first off, I am not a doctor of any sorts. I am just a mother with a child who has this disability. So if you have any questions for a parent in this situation, here I am. Ask away. My daughter Emma is my middle child, and she has what's called DMDD, which stands for Disruptive Mood Dysregulation Disorder. Best way to describe it is that her emotions cause fight or flight responses to every and anything. It is not a lack of parenting. It is not a lack of discipline. It used to be called irritable child syndrome. They figured out that this is a little bit more intense than that. Can be caused by chemical imbalances, could be caused as a subset of PTSD. It just happens. It is not bipolar. Bipolar is a completely different worm. They can have bipolar and have this as well. They can have autism and have this as well. They can have ADHD and have this as well. It's just its own thing. It was a very difficult process to get Emma diagnosed with this. First, we didn't have a lot of support from the school system that she was in. We finally got a school in the same district that actually heard our, hey, we've done everything that we know to do. Her room is completely clear of everything except her bed, her dresser, and her clothes. We're at a loss. Just to go back a little bit, the tantrums are extreme. They are going to be either very, very destructive, or they're going to be panic attack mode. Either they're going to be in a panic attack, or you're going to be in a panic attack because you have no idea where they are. And usually they're smart, like super, super, super smart, that they're going to plan these things ahead of, if this happens to me, I can do this and they're not going to find me. It's scary. It's really scary in those situations. But just an example, when we first noticed that there was something different about this situation and that there was something wrong here, Emma hadn't yet started kindergarten, and we were at a family restaurant, and they gave the coloring sheets, they give kids menus on coloring sheets and they get to color. And she set her water glass on top of it, and it got a drip of water on it, and she tore it up, said that the world was over and she no longer was fit to be on this earth and needed to commit suicide. Not only did she say that she needed to commit suicide, she told us in graphic detail of how she planned on doing it. I don't know about you. We don't really talk about that openly in front of our toddlers. And as far as I knew, the Backyardigans, Handy Manny, and Barbie Dreamhouse never talked about that. At least in that graphic detail, they didn't talk about that at all. And those were the shows that she watched. We listened to the Backpack song by Carrie Job, I think is her name, or Carrie. It's a really cute song, by the way. You gotta look it up. But it was just, the emotions don't match the issue. So that piece of water or drop of water getting on her coloring sheet ignited an emotion that was outrageous compared to how a normal person would have reacted. We would have gotten upset. Our parents would have told us, hey, the water's going to dry. It's not really going to mess up the paper. It's perfectly fine. We could get you a new one. And we'll be like, okay, we'll get over our crying, or we might cry that we're going to have to start all over. But hers went from 0 to I'm going to kill myself. And it didn't matter that we offered her a new one or she was offered a new one. It didn't matter that the paper was going to dry and it was going to be fine. That drop of water meant her entire life needed to end. So keep that in perspective. I do plan on making more about our very long road to actually getting this diagnosed. The bumps that we've had, we are having issues right now with it, but all that takes is more doctor's appointments. So, but if you have any questions, again, I am not a doctor. I am just a parent of a child who has this, and I'm more than happy to I can talk, I promise. I am just there's so much I'm more than happy to answer the questions from my perspective and what I've dealt with and everything else. So welcome. This is my mess and how I clean it up.